Hey friend, how are you? It's Tim Shurr here from Shurr Success. So I was making some posts on Facebook, and I made a comment about how our beliefs are so important, and you need to make sure you are aware of the beliefs that you have. And a lot of the beliefs that are holding us back are unconscious. And so someone asked me, are all our beliefs really unconscious? And the answer is yes and no. So we all have a set of beliefs. A belief is an opinion that we buy into with certainty, that we feel is true, right? Beliefs are not facts. Beliefs are just ideas that we have bought into with certainty. Because remember, we used to believe that men would never fly, right? If we were born to fly, we would have had wings. Or we were led to believe that the world was flat and you could sail right off of it. Or even in medicine, they believed that migraines were due to built up pressure in your head, and they would literally drill holes in the skull to relieve the pressure. That was a belief that they had. Of course, that was nonsense, but we have a lot of beliefs that can be nonsense. And that's why I said, is your BS holding you back? And by BS, what I mean is your belief systems, all right? Or is your belief about yourself moving you towards your goal or holding you back? Now, I've done 10,000 coaching sessions literally over the last 12 years. And I have taken so many people through so many different coaching sessions trying to figure out what is the belief that they have about themselves that's either moving them towards their goal or that's keeping them stuck. If you have ever felt stuck, if you've ever felt blocked, if you ever felt like there was some invisible force that was keeping you from having what you want or feeling the way you want to feel, it always goes back to a belief. And what we need to do is figure out what that belief is that's holding you back. And maybe there's a series of beliefs. So let me give you some examples, things that I've heard over the years. So let's start with your health. So if you're trying to lose weight and get healthier, do you have a belief that it's impossible, that you've tried everything and nothing works for you, that it's just genetics, or you have no metabolism anymore, or you're just big boned, or no matter what you do, nothing ever works? If you have that belief inside, then you will sabotage yourself. As soon as it gets hard, or as soon as you decide that you haven't seen fast enough results, you're going to quit. You're going to stop. Because you don't have the belief in driving you that says, I'm going to make this happen. If that's not there, then what your brain is going to tell you is, this is never going to work, and then you quit. So we have to shift that belief. Now, a lot of people will say, you got to develop your PMA, your positive mental attitude, but positive thinking won't work if you don't change the beliefs that are driving those thoughts. You won't believe what you're telling yourself. Just positive thinking without changing the beliefs that are driving those thoughts is like cutting the top of a weed off. You got to get to the root system and yank it out there. And it's not just about getting rid of weeds, it's about planting flowers, right? It's about replacing those old beliefs with new beliefs. I call it upgrading. So we're just going to upgrade your belief system so you have better BS, okay? So let's not shift from health and let's talk about your relationships. What if you have a belief that all men are liars and all women are drama queens? Then guess what? You're only going to find yourself noticing men who lie, because that's what you're focusing on. That's what you're believing is going to happen, and you will subtly act in ways that make that a reality. That's what our beliefs do. They're in our unconscious mind, and they are constantly directing what we pay attention to, what we notice, what we say to ourselves, how we're feeling, how we're holding our body, and the actions that we take. So instead of just trying to change the way that you are talking to yourself, you first got to identify where are the beliefs and what are those beliefs that are holding you back. So if you start to tell yourself instead that, there's lots of men that are good and caring and loving and honest and trustworthy. There are lots of women who are the same, right? And your goal is to find people who are going to light you up, and you're going to focus on finding people that you can light up as well. Now you're going to start to notice something very different. And so again, it comes back to your beliefs. Let's talk about money. A lot of people have fear and scarcity around money. And so they'll think to themselves that money doesn't grow on trees, and no matter what I do, it never works out for me. And if I had luck, it'd be bad luck. Or if you're in sales and you think all customers, liars are buyers, and customers don't like to be sold, and so I don't want to come across as pushy. Well, then you never actually ask for the sale. And so you'll find that you're constantly feeling like you're never getting ahead. You're living paycheck to paycheck. It doesn't matter what it is that you want, whether you want to improve your relationships or your health or your finances or your own self-confidence. You have to start by deciding or by discovering really what your beliefs are. So here's a little strategy. What you do is you write down whatever you might be thinking about the situation that you have that you're struggling with. So let's just say you wanted to grow your business. If you wanted to grow your business, write down what are the biggest obstacles that you have. What are the biggest challenges? What are the biggest worries, fears, or concerns that you might have? As you start to write these things down, ask yourself, what would I have to feel in order to, or what would I have to believe in order to feel the way that I'm feeling? What would I have to believe in order to feel the way that I'm feeling right now? And write that down. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're sitting there with your marketing plan or your business plan and you're like, I don't know what to do next. Okay? I have no idea what I'm doing. Then you ask yourself, what would I have to believe in order to feel this way? Well, I'd have to believe that I'm not smart enough, or that this isn't going to work out for me, or that I have no idea which way to go and I'm losing time. And we start to have all these worries and fears and pressures that kind of squeeze our brain. Instead of making us more abundant and excited and passionate, we start to get stressed and shut down and overwhelmed. So then you ask yourself the second question, what would I rather believe instead? What would I rather believe instead? What is the outcome that I do want? And how would I like to feel as I go towards that outcome? Now there's a couple questions in there, right? But the first one is, what would I want to believe instead? Because that gets you thinking about what you want. Our culture trains us to focus on the negative. The news, the media, the TV shows, everything is focused on negative. And so when you're focused on negative all the time, then you're always moving in that direction. It's like you want to grow flowers, but all you're focusing on is the weeds. And if all you focus on is the weeds, you're giving them all your attention, and guess what you have more of at the end of the day? You have more weeds. So if you want to grow flowers, stop focusing on the weeds and focus on the flowers. So when you start to identify a belief, first you got to identify what it is, and then you got to ask yourself, what would I rather believe instead? And then you start focusing on what you want and what you'd rather believe and how you'd rather feel instead. And it's a simple little shift, but boy, is it powerful. Because when you're focusing on whatever it is that you want, whenever you focus on, what's that old phrase? Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if you're focusing on things that are going to help you feel good, then you're going to feel better and you're going to take positive action. If you're focused on all the things that are stressing you out, you're going to shut down and hold back. So let me review this again because I'm rambling on here. All right. So 1, beliefs are always the part of you that you want to become aware of. You want to develop your belief system all the time. You want to constantly be looking for, what are my beliefs? What am I telling myself about this situation in front of me? If I'm feeling stressed or scared, what would I have to believe in order to feel this way? Always look for the beliefs that are driving the way that you think, feel, and behave. A simple way of doing that is getting out some paper and just writing down, this is where I'm at, this is how I feel, this is what's going on, this is what I think about the situation. Well, what would I have to believe in order to feel this way? What would I have to believe secretly in my mind in order to feel afraid? Well, maybe I'm afraid that I'm not going to be good enough, or I'm going to be rejected, or I'm going to be embarrassed, or that people are going to take their love from me, or that I'm going to be humiliated, right? We have all these fears that come up. They all tend to generate from the one core fear that somehow in some way I'm not enough. And I want you to know that you are enough. You can do whatever you want. You can feel whatever way you want. At the end of the day, you get final say-so over how you're going to feel and what kind of life you're going to experience. We can't control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond to it. And that gives you the power. So you can't always control what's going on around you. As Voltaire once said, you can't control the hand you're dealt, but you can control how you play that hand. And so we want to make sure that you are identifying the beliefs that you have. And if they're not serving you, if they're not moving you in a useful way, then upgrade them. Ask yourself, what would I rather believe instead? And then begin to act on that. Begin to use that as your mantra, okay? So that you start telling yourself, every day in every way I am getting better and better, or I believe in myself, or I love and accept myself no matter what happens, or I'm going to have courage and just take a chance. I only have to be brave for 30 seconds, so I'm going to go for it. Or I believe that if I take the first step, the next step will present itself. The next step will reveal itself. And as you start taking action, that's what builds up your confidence. Remember, confidence doesn't come just from positive thinking. Confidence comes from taking action and then realizing that, hey, you can do this, or you're stronger than you realize, or you keep taking action and then you get that lucky break that makes you feel more excited. And it's not really a lucky break, it's a reward for taking action. So discover what your beliefs are and start to upgrade them. And that will launch your career, your relationships, your health, whatever it is. Now, if you need some help with this, I've got resources. So if you like to read, I just released a brand new edition of my Get Out of Your Way book. So I'll put a link down here so that you can find that. The book is called Get Out of Your Way, and it's how to eliminate self-sabotage and train your brain for success. So I've been doing this for 27 years. I put the best strategies that I have found into a book every 5 years. And so the Get Out of Your Way book, I just released the second revision. I haven't even told anybody yet. I haven't got to it. And so I'm letting you know now. You get to hear about it first. And so I'll put a link there for that. And that will take you through exercises that will help you to uncover what your BS is. If you want something that's faster, then I'll put another link down there for the Courage to Succeed audio program. That's a coaching program, and I'll take you through a series of exercises where I actually lead you through guided meditations and self-hypnosis exercises to help you uncover and then shift and upgrade those limiting beliefs right away. So it's faster. It's a little faster approach. In fact, I've been talking to some friends of mine, and I think that I'm going to start putting some recorded hypnosis sessions online, just so that if you want a particular topic, if you want to boost your confidence, or you want to make more money, or you want to be more productive, or you want to blast through procrastination, whatever it is, I'm going to create some special sessions, and then you can pick what you want and do those sessions, and it'll be a lot of fun. So I'll put those links together. If you have any questions about anything, leave me a comment or like this video. Please like this video. It helps a lot. And then that way, if you have any questions or comments, then let me know. And who knows, I might make the next video about that. So I plan on doing a lot more of these Facebook Live videos. So if you're checking it out and you want more, hit the like button. And thanks for listening to me. Go ahead, get out some paper, start uncovering what those beliefs are. Decide what you want to believe instead. And then know that you have the ability to believe whatever it is that you want. So this will be the first step towards making your life a sure success. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon.